Cardano is on an unstoppable path to making a better form of currency and money in general. In today's video, I want to cover what I mean by that, how this affects against the laws of the SEC and the government in general, and also some words from one of Cardano's founding partners, founder Charles Hoskinson. In crypto, decentralization is often not really talked about enough, in my opinion. I know a lot of people just are here to make money, but the unstoppable path to that money being actually worth something in the future is on the decentralization front, where users can have control of their assets and do whatever they want to do with their own custody. Just before we hop into the video though, I want to mention that today's video is sponsored by MusicBox NFTs. They are NFTs building here on Cardano with some awesome 3D art and music by producers and sound enthusiasts. They even made me my own NFT over a year ago, which is my own MusicBox. I'll leave a link down in the description if you want to check it out and take a listen. MusicBox has also done some pretty cool collaborations with JiraWallet, FutureFest, as well as one-of-one unique music boxes designed in collaboration with specific musicians, which is also really cool to see. If you're interested in the MusicBox NFTs, then check out all the links down in the description, as well as their mint date on November 22nd. Now, we're going to jump straight into the topic of Cardano's unstoppable path forward and its ability to be decentralized, and that's really the path that is the unstoppable part, at least in terms of regulation. The more decentralized something is, I believe, the more censorship resistant it's going to be. I think that's pretty logical, and I think most people would agree. But I'm going to play this clip. It's 1 minute and 30 seconds of Charles talking his mind on crypto and decentralization. Fair warning, it is a bit strong, and Charles really does care about this, so let's watch it now.
That's 100% right. You solve the problems of centralization with decentralization. It's about fucking time that this industry actually lives up to the thing on the label. All these people ran around for a long time and said, oh, it's decentralized, throw all your money into it because it's a new paradigm, it's decentralization. And the first thing that they did when they got other people's money is they rebuilt Web 2, and they rebuilt centralized entities and reconstructed all of Wall Street, this time with very little regulation or skirting the regulations. And now that everything is coming collapsing down predictably, they say, oh, we got to get a bailout. Oh, you got to save us for the good of decentralization. If you don't save us, all the cryptocurrencies will come to an end. Bitcoin doesn't give a shit. Cardano doesn't give a shit. Guys, the protocols are fine. They're still going to work exactly the same way tomorrow. They're still going to work exactly the same way. And, it's a lesson. We need to decentralize. We need to get shit on chain. We need to actually build real things that don't have custodians, that don't have trust, because that's how you solve the problem. If we do a bailout, all we're doing is basically saying, well, it's okay. Once we get rid of these criminals, the next wave of criminals will be far more honest and far better. And let's just give it to BlackRock and Chase and Goldman Sachs and all these other guys. Just let them run it because they know how to run these types of things. I didn't fucking sign up for that. I signed up for real decentralization. I signed up to actually have an asset class that doesn't need a goddamn bailout and is self-transparent and self-auditing and open.
So yeah, Charles gets worked up in this clip, but in general, he's right about a lot of it. And he did also make a 20-minute video of him talking about the situation in a more calm manner. But in general, you get mad or passionate rather about things you care about. And this is something that he's put his whole life's work behind. So it makes sense that he's dropping a few curse words and talking pretty strongly about the subject. And I think he's right in almost every single way. And people are also getting worried about decentralization, or about regulation rather, and getting a bit pessimistic about how Ethereum might be done for because of the FTX. And most of these concerns have been around for a long time. This thread's basically going over how Ethereum could be deemed as a security, and it could be the end for all crypto. I don't know if that's going to happen. The truth is, crypto is based around the proposal that we don't care about the regulations, or at least that's how I see it. And if crypto is truly decentralized, it shouldn't be a security, or it won't be deemed a security if the cryptocurrency is decentralized enough. That may not be the case with Ethereum now, since their merge to proof of stake has been more centralizing than not, at least in my opinion, with a lot of people using third parties to put their stake into the system. However, it's a discussion that has been brought up once again because of the collapse of FTX, and people are now worried about it again. So it's there. And in my eyes, Cardano is going to be okay through this. I think Ethereum will be too, honestly. But Cardano is leading that forefront to me of decentralization, and that is why I'm here in Cardano. That is why I find Cardano to be more unstoppable than other cryptocurrencies is because that proponent of decentralization, and I've said that word like 40 times now in this video, is so strong. And the people building Cardano, the people who started Cardano, have always been so strong about that, as you can see by the passion in the clip I just showed you of Charles talking. Now, I'm not here to make a cult around one person or say that Charles knows everything and Cardano is 100% without any faults. That's definitely not the case. But I think out of all of crypto and all the things I've seen, Cardano is the one that resonates the most with being an unstoppable force of currency and making a new financial operating system because of the fundamentals it's laid upon. Not because one person is outspoken or spoken well on the topics, but because the topics being spoken about actually do matter and they actually have relevance to how long something can last and how much it can replace in our current traditional financial system. I know it's weird being less pessimistic and more optimistic in a market where pretty much everybody is tweeting about how things are going downhill. But in general, these type of things, these type of days or weeks or even months, just events that put a lot of negative scope on crypto are going to help build it in the future. I know it's crazy to think that. Right now, everyone is just waiting for Bitcoin to go back down to whatever price target they had their eyes on, and then they can tell the other people in their lives that they told them so, that crypto is a waste of time, that it's never going to amount to anything, and it's never going to help real world people. Well, I think the opposite is true. I think if you're watching this video, you also probably are kind of in the same mindset that the opposite is true, because you do want to see crypto change for the better, and you want to see people's life enhanced for the better through crypto. That's not going to happen with centralized tech and involving it into crypto. That's just going to recreate Web 2, like Charles mentioned in the clip. That's just going to give the big players who are already massive, billions of dollars, and who control all of real estate or all of certain market, just going to give them more leverage. We don't want that. We're here to build something for ourselves. We're here to take the reins of our own funds. I know a lot of people in crypto or come to crypto are just here for the money. They don't want to self-custody, but look how far that gets you. If you don't take control of your own funds, the people right now are shady in crypto. They can run away with your funds, and they probably are not going to get bailed out. So your funds aren't going to get back to you. But that's the point of crypto. We're not here to make you feel super secure and hold your hand. We're here to make sure you can hold your own funds and you can hold your own hand and do whatever you want. Responsibility with also a little bit of risk. Okay, maybe a little bit, like a lot of risk. And I know most people don't like that. That's where we're at right now. I don't think that's how it's going to be forever. There's going to be systems put in place that make these things better and easier for everyday people. And I am looking forward to that, but I'm not looking forward to it being done in the form of Web 2 and how everything has been going so far. And us just transitioning back into what we had before, just with new fancy buzzwords around it. Anyways, I'm not trying to take up all of your time spitting gibberish today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, stake with the Jack stake pool, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Thank you, Music Box NFTs, so much for sponsoring this video. I'll see you guys later.